Battle for Zendikar draft.
We're going deep. We're doing the 8-4.
It's going to be over in approximately 20 minutes.
Yeah, if we lose the first round, we lose the first round. We're trying to live big, die hard, save America.
I don't actually know how that one goes. So.
We need to.
Here's our first pick, though.
Okay, let's go ahead and reserve Gomafada. It is a great ally. It is a good thing to get into allies on. So far, I'm higher on that than everything else I'm seeing. I think the next best card is Silent Skimmer, and I'm definitely taking Hero of Gomafada over Silent Skimmer.
Yep, and the only thing not visible is the land. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and Brett, do you remember how to move this down here?
Yeah, I can move all that stuff. You keep talking about the cards.
So this is actually a fairly unexciting pack. Angel of Renewal is fine for allies if it comes around.
You want it right here?
We want it up so they can see that. We want it right below. Actually, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like see our cards. I think the next pick is Angel of Renewal, followed by Silent Skimmer, or Silent Skimmer followed by Angel of Renewal. I haven't been impressed with green, so I'm lower on Unnatural Aggression than I normally would be.
I really like Rush of Ice, but not for a first pick. This Flying Devoid guy is real good. Let's see. Unnatural Aggression I like, but not as a first pick.
I think the other pick is Angel of Renewal. I think you pick Hero of Gomafada and then Angel of Renewal.
Yeah.
And then Silent Skimmer, and then you're up in the air. Like the rest of the cards are just kind of, they go into a thing. Alright, so...
so they just took the rare out of the pack.
I think we're either on Hedron Archive, Sky Spawner...
I think Hedron Archive.
Well, if we're going to a more aggressive thing, Sky Spawner's there, but they're both very good. I think that I would prefer to have the Hedron Archive, just to try something a little different. But getting past Sky Spawner doesn't mean anything if they take a rare that was powerful, but Sky Spawner is an excellent card.
That's true. I hope Sky Spawner comes back around.
It will not come
Probably
back around.
will not. Hedron Archive will definitely not come back around.
Neither of those cards will come back around. They're both great. And this pack is pretty bad.
And since this is the uncommon, I'd rather take it just in general because we might see another Sky Spawner.
Oh, I'd take as many Sky Spawners you can get. But you're right. Hedron Archive also doesn't put us in another color. Not that it matters this early. I just take whatever comes to me.
And it gets us towards the ramp deck, which I'm trying to force. So.
Your first pick shouldn't at all matter for the next 3 picks down as to color preference, because you got to choose, right? If we don't see any more white cards, we might have picked the sweetest white card in the set, but well, it's just not there.
That's fine.
Hedron Archives can also go into the mid-range decks. The only deck it doesn't go well into is like the low converted mana cost ally deck, but there was a chance I might have picked a Hedron Archive over a Hero of Gomafada. Okay, so Deathless Behemoth is the card that shines.
Like that.
Next up would either be Stone Fury, Royal's Retribution, or Lifespring Druid, but Deathless Behemoth is better.
Smite?
I would rather have Royal's Retribution than Smite, just because Smite is very good against the big deck. Royal's Retribution usually is a little bit more flexible, right? I mean, yes, the Smite will kill the Eldrazi ones in some of the mid-range decks, but a lot of times...
Lifespring, though?
I would take...
Are you going to try to do that?
I'm going to take the Deathspring Behemoth over that because it goes in more decks, and going 4 to 6 is very easily with the Hedron Archive.
That's true, but I mean, just building the ramp deck in general is easier if we take the Druid early.
I think Deathless Behemoth is good enough that it'll go in enough decks that if that deck's not open, I'd much rather have the Behemoth.
Okay.
Any other 6-drop one, I don't think I would take. I think Deathless Behemoth is the best colorless card, unless you can...
What is up with this pack being half white?
Just breaks that way sometimes. I don't know if their randomization is different for the online or not.
I think it's just coincidence. It seemed like green wasn't represented in the last draft, though.
All right, so let's look here real quick. We've got a lot of good stuff going on. We've got Incubator Drone. We've got Brood Hunter Worm. We've got Blighted Woodland. I think that Incubator Drone is probably the best card, so I definitely agree right there. Plated Crusher is a nice card, but you are committing to green ramp. That's the deck you're committing to.
True.
Well, we don't have to be in green ramps.
Well, I mean, I do want to try to force that, but...
Incubator Drone is a good ramp card as well.
I like Incubator Drone.
If we end sort of like this blue-white controlling-ish deck with some, Incubator Drones, some Sky Spawners, we did pass one, but also like other big stuff, it's pretty good.
I'm really happy about that.
Adam Kaiser votes Healer. If you're willing healers, you can go into the Healer deck. It's a potent deck if you get it. But taking them early is not the right thing.
What was that?
The Healer deck. It is a good deck. There is a black-white life gain deck. It is good.
Healer. It's
College Healer. It's 2 for the 1/2 that drains 1 when you're playing ally. All right, I think we should take Coastal Discovery It coming around this late is very powerful. I think it's better than Complete Disregard, which is also a great card.
So I actually read an article where Ari Lex didn't like this card.
Oh, well.
And the reason he said is because you always have something to play and you don't need to draw extra cards. Which, how much did we experience that the first time? Yeah, I mean, we didn't draw extra cards and we were fine. So, I can see it either way. I'd rather go ahead and take a creature.
There's no creatures worth taking here. The best creature is Snapping Gnarlid.
Or Complete Disregard.
Yeah, I'd rather have the Coastal Discovery. I do think that black is good if it's open, but we only really see one good black card here, whereas we see 3 serviceable blue cards. Spell Shrivel, Waveling Elemental, and Coastal Discovery are playable. Wavewing is not one you want to play, but you will. Spell Shrivel is an actively good card. Gnarlid is the best green common. It's the best green 2-drop. Okay, so I think we should take Lifespring Druid.
I think we should too.
Coming around this late makes me think that that's a nice open thing. We're passing up on in our color Anticipate, which I'm always fine to pass up. I do like Anticipate more in this set than other ones because you have less things to do on 2 than normal. That said, the Lifespring Druid's a great signal that
the ramp deck might happen.
Yeah, and we're not giving up much. We're giving up an Anticipate, a Valakut Invoker. Those are the only 2 cards I really consider picking here.
Yeah. I really want Angelic Gift to work, but I haven't seen it.
It can work if you're in the aggressive white-based
I really
decks.
like this first strike landfall guy.
I really don't like paying 4 for a 2/3.
That's true.
They're just so
landfall every turn.
They're so bad on defense. Like that's the problem.
I really like the Sludge Crawler too. But
they come around late enough.
This is definitely better.
Yeah. All right, where are we at now? Okay, so Tunneling GOP this late is a good sign. Sheer Drop this late is a good sign. And the Stalwart is fine. I think we should take the Sheer Drop in that it is the best card. And I don't think we're leaning towards a more aggressive deck. If we were, I would pick the Tunneling GOP over the Chasm Guide. If we had all allies, I would pick the Chasm Guide over the rest of these cards. Like, let's say that we had picked a string of allies following Hero of Gomfada. We would just start aggressively picking up decent allies and mana fixing. Yeah, there's 2 good red cards, 1 good white card, 1 okay green card. Myers Malice is fine, but you're usually starting in the board. In Sealed, it's a great card to start. Let's see what we get next. Okay. So we've got Plated Crushel, Ghostly Sentinel, and Shatter Skull Recruit. Ours all solid, and on Do Champion as well. Let's take the Plated Crusher, because I think we're most likely... Or do you want to take
green?
Or do you want to take the Sentinel? I think I'd rather have the Crusher, because it fits better in if we go that direction. That said...
well, so the Crusher would be one of the ones I would cut first, though, if we had a ramp deck. So...
If we have 2 good ramp cards, we can pick up ramp cards and not go for the big stuff. It's a fine big stuff.
Alright. We'll stick with this one.
I don't think we're losing a lot by passing the Ghostly Sentinel.
No, we'll get another one.
Okay. Natural Connection.
So I don't know if I'd rather have Natural Connection or Blister Pod. I don't really want to play either one of them. But I do want to try this thing out.
If we were in the black-green kind of one, I would be happy. If we first picked Catacomb Sifter, I'd be agreeing with you. I don't like the option of...
I mean, it works better in the green-black deck. Like, you could actually... So this very late.
Adam is saying we should have leaned towards the blue-white deck that the Sentinel coming around. And I mean, the thing about the Sentinel is it's not a sign that white's open. It's a sign that blue-white Awaken is more open, because that's the card that goes in this deck. Okay, we should take the Fertile Thicket. I know you hate it, but...
I don't like it, but I can't deny that it's okay. I like the step better, but...
Yeah...
I know you don't, so I'm going to say...
I'm not saying the step is bad. I am saying that I think the Fertile Thicket is good.
We're not building the deck for the step right now.
I would actually argue that one of the... I think it goes best in Allies for Racing, but I think it's fine in the white deck that actually has some amount of other creatures just to buy you time. Alright, so let's take the Dispel.
You'd rather take the Dispel over the creature?
I don't think we're going to play that creature. That's a bad defensive creature. We're not an offensive deck. Whereas we might want to bring in Dispel.
I actually like Earthen Arms better than I like the Dispel.
We're not an aggressive deck, though.
We'll still get creatures that are low drops in the next pack, hopefully.
So we're playing an aggressive deck that runs Earthen Arms? Like, that's what I'm just like...
No, you can use it to block. I mean, you can.
You can. Oh, this is an interesting pick. Do you want Blighted Woodland to ramp faster or Broodhunter Worm as a big stop sign that can beat down? I think they're both good.
Wow, I actually want the ramp spell, but I'm going to feel bad if we get beaten down by this later.
I mean, if we get Gideon, we'll run it. We have some mana away. Lithomancer's Focus. It's something we'll play. I don't think we're playing red. Red is open, by the way.
I actually like this spell as a combat spell.
It is a good 1 mana, 2+2+2.
We're definitely not playing red, so
it's good. I just red is open. Like we could have been in red. There just might not have broke that many red cards. And there's your Lithomaners.
Finally.
I mean, they just come around late. It's a card that's not too great to find too many homes.
And a sideboard.
All right, here's our Gideon.
I hope so.
Here's our Expedition.
Either one.
We'll take either. All right, so...
What does that do?
It's not good.
Cuzzler's spell 7 or greater, not good for draft, really.
I'm on Stasis Snare as the strongest card.
Snare.
I think we're on Stasis Snare, and the next best card is Clutch of Currents. Now, we do need to decide...
I like the Reach guy, actually.
We do need to decide if... we can be white, blue, green. I do like that Clutch of Currents only costs 1 color. But I think Stasis Snare is just good enough. We should take it.
Oh, we should definitely take Stasis Snare.
We're not really solidly in any color other than base green.
Well, actually, I think we're trying for green-white at this point. We've got enough white cards, I would say.
Yeah. And
not to mention, I really like Sheer Drop, and I really like Stasis Snare. So this guy's okay, but I don't really think we're going to activate him that many times.
You can just activate him once. He's fine. You can swing
by playing him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, he's fine as a 4/3. Makes
as much as I hate to add to picks and then wait, it might actually start in less than 17 seconds.
Screwbot. So Adam thinks we should be picking there. And I agree. We might end up with a very light splash for blue. He'll let you get 2 basic lands. Because we have Fertile Thicket and Woodland Blighted.
Sideboard.
Move Incubator Drone to the sideboard.
That should probably be on the sideboard as well.
Alright, so I am pretty high on... Okay, if we're picking Infused with Elements, we're more aggressive.
I just picked the first green or white cards to have something picked.
I think Dampening Pulse is a card I would be willing to splash for.
Dampening Pulse, splash for.
Yeah, we have the mana to do it. We have 3 ways to splash mana, and we're in the beginning of pack 1 or 2.
I don't know. I really don't like splashing, but so this is a really good ally. If we're
not allies.
No, but that doesn't mean we can't play some of them. We
That's
don't
true.
have very many 3-drops, and none of our 3-drops are creatures.
One of our creatures. One is a creature.
Oh, he's not. He's not a creature. He's a mana source.
So I'm on Dampening Pulse and then McKinley Patrol. But if you think McKinley Patrol's better, we can go pick
We shouldn't take Dampening Pulse this early. I think it'll wheel.
It doesn't will. It's one of the best cards in the set at Uncommon. It's one of the premier blue uncommon.
I don't think we're going to splash for Dampening Pulse.
I would, but we're in different spots here. So Adam thinks he's on Pulse 2. But
all right, well,
he's going with the majority.
Well, fine. I think that's a terrible play.
Wind Rider Patrol.
Wow. That's no longer a splash.
Blue's open from that side. Yeah.
It's unfortunate because there's nothing else I think I would want out of this pack. I mean, there's a Beastmaster.
I would consider the Rampart, the Beastmaster, and the Ornn Reef Invoker. Those are all fine cards, but Wind Rider Patrol is just...
It's just so really good. But here's the thing, like, what are we cutting to get blue in the deck? I mean, we could cut white still. We could cut green still. We're really not in any colors. We should be really committing.
Let's see what our next... We're not losing much by making this pick. So if we end up in blue, we gain a lot. If we don't end up in blue, well...
I mean, I don't really like the Invoker. I don't really... How big is the Beastmaster?
It's a 5/5. It's serviceable.
Okay.
It's just...
Without preview on it.
No, we can turn preview on.
I can't see.
Go to display. Right there. Show preview pane. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
All right. But yeah, no, I'm real high on Wind Rider Patrol. It's the kind of card that if we play it, it's an all-star. And you always want to be in your... And the fact that we're getting it this late, like, what are we going to get? Royal Spout. Royal Spout's our pick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we might just
probably end up cutting green again. Yeah, I believe that is the best card.
Which is unfortunate, because I really like Fertile Thicket. I really like Blighted Woodland. I really like the 2 green 3-drops we have. I mean, but all we have is some mana fixing and a little bit of ramp. Which is good.
I wonder if we want to take this.
I think Royal Spout's is a better card. Unless we were strictly in the green ramp deck, but we only have 4 of those cards and we're just not seeing them come around.
It's unfortunate. I would like to take the Bane.
soon people will get cooled off on green ramp after losing with enough time, and then our time to strike will come up.
I don't know that people win or lose with it.
I mean,
I can't tell you if it's a win or lose kind of, you know. Oh, look.
Well, let's look up the price to bring to light and foil Nissa's renewal.
Okay, you'll have to do that real quickly.
MTG Goldfish, go ahead and click.
Just hit enter, Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let me go back and pick one of them before we go. So let's put it on that one.
Sure, we got 30 seconds. Go to prices. Price lists. Battle for Zendikar.
Why don't you just type it in?
Because I want to see what all the cards are worth.
Oh, okay.
Go to price list and hit up down and make sure we're online.
Okay. We are online. Nissa's renew. I don't even see it on here. It's not near the top.
The green blue card?
Yeah, I don't see
Let's go
it.
pick.
Okay.
Other one. Up. We picked Nissa's renewal.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's take Kozilek's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
That's unfortunate because we just ran out of time.
Yeah. We shouldn't be coordinating like that. We could take Smite Monsters if we're white.
I'd rather have the Chandler.
You'd rather have the Chandler?
It's just a better card.
So Zane thinks that Bane of Belagid was the pick. If that was one of the earlier picks, what did we take Bane of Belagid? Not over.
What was Bane
we took Royal Spout over Bane of Belagid. I think Royal Spout's much better.
I don't know.
3
I haven't gotten to play with both of them, so
I've got to play with Royal Spout, and I know cards like Royal Spout are always good. I mean, you know, Smite will wheel.
Hopefully.
He thinks we should take Ondu Rising to gain lifelink and a 4/4. That's an interesting pick. I am actually not as high on that card as I probably should be. All right, there's another Smite and another Kozilek's Chandler.
Oh, wow. I want the second Kozilek's Chandler. That's amazing.
That's a lot of 5-drops.
It's 2 5-drops.
That's 3 5-drops. I think we're blue-white.
I'm fine with having 2 Kozilek's Chandler, though. They're colors. Any 5 mana.
Okay. Over big removal? Sure. We'll give it a try. Alright.
I hope we get something big to make these Chandlers worthwhile and something small to get us there. Oh man, Hedron Archive, 2 Kozilek's Chandler. We really should have taken the Bane.
I mean, Royal Spout keeps us alive to cast those spells.
I think we actually like to draw 2 cards.
Alright,
I like this guy.
I like Rush of Ice. We don't have anything to use with that.
It's a creature. Rush of Ice is probably better.
We could take Skyline Cascade as well to slow people's attacks down. We could take Natural Collection, but this is pack 2, right? I mean, we could still be... I don't think we should be green. We only have 4 cards that I even consider playable, really. Plated Crushers on the border.
Well, we only have, what?
1,
2, 3 white cards and
4,
1, 2, 3, 4 green cards?
Well, all the white and blue cards we have are good.
Alright, so let's just white and blue then. Let's see here.
Let's check the price on Sanctum. Otherwise, we take Stonehaven.
Sanctum. I don't see it.
Just type it in at the top.
Well, here's the 34 cents. If you don't see it by now, it doesn't matter.
Alright, well, let's take Stonehaven. Unless we can use Sanctum.
Stonehaven's pretty bad. We don't have anything to use Sanctum now.
Let's take Stonehaven. We want blockers.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. It's a 2-mana 2/3. Slows down the ally deck. Life gain can matter. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. I mean, we need low drops. Even if they're in the board. It'll probably be main deck for the first one. Alright, McKinney Patrol. See, green is open. There's just not good green somewhere. Like, both of those good green cards wheeled. There was only one better green card. I think... Maybe the other color? What are we looking at?
I'm trying to find that Shrine of the Forsaken? No. Well,
yeah.
Stonehaven? It's not even on here.
It's down there somewhere.
That's unfortunate.
Anyway, the McKinney Patrol will be a big boon to the deck smack house. Let's go ahead and move the green cards to the sideboard. If we see a bunch of green, then... Alright, I think we take Spell Shrivel or Fortified Rampart. We don't need another big drop. That's not a particularly good one either. Spell Shrivel will be good if we want to counter stuff, which we do. Fortified Rampart will buy us time. I'm leaning in on Fortified Rampart. It's the kind of card you can sideboard out when it's not good against that deck. And more
Spell Shrivel seems like it'd be good more often, though.
Hey, Ox. Ox, on our YouTube, Mobius Pick at YouTube, let's go ahead and take Brilliant Spectrum in case we end up playing that. We probably won't. We talked more about new players and how to get into your FNMs in effective ways, cost-effective strategies. So you might want to check that out after the stream.
Yep.
Greg birthing this late's a good sign that black-based ingest was open, but...
Oh, you still want to play Fertile Thicket in this land, though?
Probably not.
Yeah,
Mind Raker.
Unfortunate.
I guess Angelic Gift, whatever.
I mean, we're not going to play the one, so whatever.
Inspired Charge. I mean, if we open a series of really aggressive allies, we can. What? Somebody picked a land over that? I don't think they realize that the lands are, We need the Murloc Wizard. Oh, yeah, the Blue-White Awaken guy. He's pretty good. All right, Drowner of Hope will end up being our pick. I don't need to see the rest of the pick to know that. What are we hoping to wheel here?
He's really good.
We're hoping to
really
wheel... There's nothing to wheel.
I mean, I'll take a Scour from Existence.
We
It's
would
not
take
going to
the
be
first.
great.
Well, I would definitely take the first. Usually I'm down on that card, but the fact that we have 2 Kozilek's Channelers and a Hedron Archive,
Oh, yeah.
even if we don't end up playing all those.
What is this guy?
If you have a card, you can process 1 card and get back an instant or sorcery.
Oh. It's okay.
All right, so let's go ahead. What else is in this pack? So Skitter Cien's a good card for 1 deck. Ula Monster Claimer's good for 1 deck.
The Castigator would give us another ally.
The Castigator's a 3/1 for 2. I'd play that too. I mean, if it wheels, we'll pick it.
Yeah. Man, this guy's good.
There's no good green in this pack.
It's a good thing we're not playing green. Speaking of which...
Boop. We'll probably will the Flying Manta. It's a card we'd prefer not to play, but we'll play if we need the playables.
The flying... Which one's that?
It's the 4-mana 3/2 flying. It's a fish.
That is a Cloud Manta.
Mm-hmm.
It's a flying fish.
See if it... Alright, so... what do we got here?
Exile creatures with power 4 or greater.
So,
terrible.
like, this is a great green pack. Too bad we're not playing green. I think I would take the first Skyline Cascade or Mortuary Mire. You can splash for a Mortuary Mire, especially if you have a lot of big, strong cards. You can decline to use the ability, but it can often regrow one of your
I
creatures.
think I'd rather have Rush of Ice than the Cascade.
I mean, we're not aggressive, and we already have a bunch of
You can
5-drops.
use it on defense, too.
It's true.
So... I think I'd rather have the second Rush of Ice than the first Skyline Cascade.
I think I'd rather
Not to
have
mention, this probably won't come back around, whereas Skyline Cascade will.
I think people are down on Rush, too. But, yeah. I wish we were seeing more of the blue one that bounces them. We saw one earlier, but they're both commons.
Yeah.
The blue one that bounces obviously being much better.
Yeah, I like that one way better. I mean, they almost do the same thing, though. Like,
yeah, one of them's just
they
better
keep the
than
creature down for 2 turns,
Yeah.
whereas the other one makes them recast it. So
Yeah, one of them prevents them from blocking for 2 turns or attacking for 1. The other one prevents them from blocking for 1 turn, attacking for 1, but costs them tempo. Let's take Breaker of Armies or Incubator Drone.
definitely
Now, see,
Breaker.
Ondu Rising, Incubator Drone are all playable.
Well,
But
we
with-
have so much ramp though.
With the 2 ramp spells, it would be good to get a Breaker.
Yep.
So let's see what the chat's going. They got about 30 seconds to tell us what's up, what they're thinking here. Is it Breaker, Ondu Rising, or Incubator Drone, in your opinion? I think all those cards are close. Curve-wise...
Oh look, there's another Cascade that'll hopefully will. I'd rather have the Incubator Drone.
I would run any number of Cascades. I will run any number of those lands that will.
You would take...
So Adam thinks it's the drone. He thinks that because we have 1, 2, 3 exciting 4-drops. He thinks that low drops is the way to go, and that we have enough power at 6 already. I think Brad's gonna push us
I'm
over
going to definitely take the Breaker, but from now on we should take low drops.
Yeah. I would probably go with the low drop, but it's pretty close. See, now we're just seeing green everywhere. All right, we're taking the clutch.
Sad.
Yeah, because, like, Rot Chandler's not great, but it's fine. Broodhunter Worm is very good on offense and defense. Blighted Woodland, we'd love to have 2 of. Like,
Well, if we were playing green.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like green's coming this way now. I just don't... I mean, maybe we got unlucky the last 2. Green isn't breaking, or maybe people are just getting out of green. All right, so I think we go ahead and either take Ghostly Sentinel or snap off the Rolling Thunder so we don't have to play against it. I think we have enough 5-drops. I think we just take the Rolling Thunder and not play against it.
I think that's a bad way to draft, but...
Well, we're definitely not playing a Ghostly Sentinel.
I mean, we're not playing any of these cards. We could theoretically take the Dispel, but we already have one. I'm not stopping.
We could take a Tandem Tactics, actually. The first Tandem Tactics might actually be pretty good.
Okay, that's much more reasonable than taking a Rolling Thunder we probably won't play against.
Well, if it's a card we're definitely not going to play in the third pack, then you're better off taking cards you'd rather not play. See? Natural Connection.
Another Rush of Ice.
We do not need a third Rush of Ice. I think I'd rather have the first Royals Majors trick.
I don't even know what that card does. It gives but it's not very good. We have so many high drops. This is a 1 tap a creature for 2 attacks.
Alright.
Well, actually just 1 attack because it's a sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
But still. It's better than the other cards.
So Adam was on Rolling Hate, Tandem Wheel. He's on Trick. So me and Adam are thinking the same way, but Brad is piloting this draft, so he will be leading us through this one.
I will lose this draft for us.
I will be piloting the next one. I think we take our either First Smite or Fortified Rampart as more things to slow down. We have a lot of 1-drop Awaken spells, so...
yeah.
Here's the thing I like about...
So
that's
Smite
our first one,
we really don't need because we'll just play our Eldrazi.
I like Fortified Rampart with all of these Rush of Ice, because they have to have 2 creatures out to get through.
That's true.
That said, Smite does kill stuff that we can't kill.
But power 4 or greater, we can kill it.
Unless
with our creatures.
If we draw our creatures.
Well, if we draw our Smite, I mean.
Well, Smite's
we don't
cheaper.
have much for low drops, though.
We've got 6. We've got 6 low drops. Alright, well, there's another Tandem Tactics. Adam was spot on in noticing that those are not going very highly. I don't think Retreat to Coralhelm is particularly exciting, so I think that we take a second Tandem Tactics in the matches where we want to cut our top in and play some Tandem Tactics and top out at, like, Drowner of Hope.
No, so you don't want to try this?
It's not good on defense.
No. But it's good at getting you to your Eldrazi.
Rather just run a land or another decent card. Alright, Sandstone Bridge. Or we could take a Scour. You want to take the first Scour?
I think I'd rather take the first Scour. These, I mean, it's okay, but...
Alright, so now we have to start talking about what we're cutting, because we're in cut phase. Oh, wait, no, go ahead and cut the Brilliant Spectrum. Never mind, yeah, sure, we'll pick that and cut Brilliant Spectrum. We're not playing Brilliant Spectrum. Actually, the rest of the cards we have are fine. There are no cards on here that I'm unhappy playing once we take the Scour.
How big is this guy?
Just a 4/3 makes our guys indestructible for a turn.
That's not bad.
No, and if we're racing, it's very good.
Yep.
And if you have Breaker of Armies, Deathless Behemoth are really good examples, but let's go ahead and just take the Eyeless Watcher. I don't want to play against that.
Yep.
So Adam thinks he's on the bridge.
I'm really annoyed. This is like a 3rd or 4th Natural Connection. Maybe they're just not that good.
Maybe no one's playing Green Rain.
Oh, look. Or this. Either one. I'd rather have the low drop, I think, than the Sandstone, but I do want to see how good the Sandstone is. I haven't played that one yet.
Okay, well, we are at max cards, so we have to make a cut for the Castigator. I think we pick the Castigator and cut the Spell Shrivel. But I do think that was close. All right, let's go ahead and take the Bridge. So green is open, by the way. We just didn't see green that was exciting. The Slide Runner. No, actually, the Volcanic, because we have Waking cards. It's close either way, whatever. You can take the Island, I don't care.
That's not very good. We'll just give them that.
Alright, so let's put the deck together.
Sounds fun. So right now we have 25 cards in the main deck, so only 3 cuts. Because we want to go 18 lands, probably.
Probably. Let's go ahead and make our cuts. Okay, so definitely.
So you might want to drag it down so you can see what we're cutting. The Brilliant Spectrum. I think we actually cut the Coastal Discovery.
That's a really, really good card. I think we probably are going to cut... Because if we put these as 5 we should cut a Rush.
No, I think we play all of those. Those are amazing.
Okay. You're just buying a tempo turn.
Or you're getting a 3/3 and getting to attack.
Yeah.
And we do have 2 Channelers and an Archive, as well as something that spawns 1/1 sacrifice.
That means we're playing turn 7.
So, I really don't like the Medic. I really don't like the Castigator. No, the Rampart. I don't like the Rampart.
Okay, so where I'm at is I would like to make 2 cuts, but we could make 1 because we have so many ways to get a ton of mana, and our mana requirements aren't very strict. We're put down here for cards I would cut. I would cut a Rush of Ice, and I'd come over here to my 5 drops. We got 2 rushes in a clutch.
I actually don't like dampening pulse all that much, but it'll probably work out.
I want to cut 1 more card. And I don't know. It's not Hero of Gomafada. That card's just really powerful for the creatures we have. Can allow for.
What about Spell Shrivel? I mean.
Oh yeah.
One counter spell is nice, but we don't really need it.
You can bring it in.
Well, so on the 3rd turn, it basically counters anything. Yeah. On the 4th turn, it basically counters. On the 5th turn, it probably counters anything.
It counters stuff for a while.
So that's really good because that's where we're going to be weakest, right?
Yeah, it's just drawing it later.
But what about the Stonehaven Medic is only a 1/3. I don't care about gaining a life a turn. So maybe we're better off with the Spell Sniffle and cut the Stonehaven Medic.
Well, Adam's being mean to you over there. He's trying to rough you up. The Spell Shrivel argument is really convincing. So we need to find out. Do we play a Shrivel? I do like the Stonehaven Mystic. Just we have multiple high toughness creatures. We have things like Rush of Ice to make their attacks not good. Having a nice curve is important. So I'd like to cut off the higher end. I'd like to cut a 5-drop, but all these 5-drops are very good. I think Hero of Gomafada is the awkwardest one in our deck, but I think it's very powerful.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the best.
So maybe we cut Scour for Shrivel. I think Scour and Shrivel are the cards we look at. These are answers. This is an answer that's better late. Where's there? Rush needs to be cut over Counterspell. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should stick with all the rushes and the 1 Counterspell and cut the Stonehaven Medic because he's just not that good.
I think he's going to perform better, and we will cut him for the matches where you think that where he's going to be bad. But against the smaller decks,
he doesn't block a whole lot though. 3 toughness is not a very good toughness for this format.
It is a good toughness. A lot of the smaller creatures are 2/3s. Like
but then for for like a 1 more mana though, they're 3.
Cut Scour counterstops Ulamog. I'm not worried specifically about Ulamog, but the Scour is a later play, and we do need earlier plays. So, Brad, you think that it would be out with the Haven, in with the Rush? Is that the change you'd make?
So let's see. We've got a minute. So I would probably
put in the Rush, take out the Haven.
We need 22 cards. So
you'd like to be at 18.
I would probably take out the Haven and put in the Rush, or take out the Haven and put in the Scour. Because I don't think Haven is very good.
I think Haven is fairly
good. Count mana real quick. 4.
We're half and half.
Are we?
Yeah. Our early drops are all white.
I mean, half and half is fine.
There's not really any suggest lands. Yeah. We have a double white card and a double blue card. We have cards to play early in blue. We have cards early to play in white. White's a little bit better on turn 3.
The Rampart's not very good, though, right?
It is good in our deck. It's especially good with the rushes you're talking about. Let's say our opponent has 2 creatures that can attack well. And we have a Rampart out. And we just play the rush, just for 1. Well, now they can't attack at all for an additional turn with either of their creatures because they would just get blocked.
So I really don't like the Medic. What is the Cascader even? Oh,
it's just a
3/1? That's not bad. I really like all of this stuff.
If we end up making cuts in the more aggressive matches, we're going to cut things
I actually think Coastal Discovery would go over Rush of Ice. You don't want to draw more cards.
Did we submit?
No. We didn't click submit. We just added the lands. Wow, we really screwed that up, didn't we?
How much time did we have left?
How much time did we have? What do you mean?
Before we hit submit.
Didn't it time out?
Yeah, but I didn't think it timed out.
Oh, well then pull it back up.
We can't. We're about to find out. Nope, we submitted somehow.
Oh.
Do we want to go first with this deck is the other question.
Yeah. You want to go first. There's no benefit to not going first.
There's benefit to going not first in some things, but we'll go first.
Not in this format.
Okay. We should mulligan this.
No.
You want to keep this?
Well, there's not much to play. However, there are 4 lands. I don't think you're going to get better.
Right, I would have shipped that, but we're putting, here we go.
You should actually play white mana first.
For?
We have a double white spell on 3.
Okay.
It may not matter, but you should probably play white mana first.
Alright, let's go ahead and drop our Fortified Rampart. Alright, so Adam, are you down on the wall? Are you thinking the wall is not a good play? I've been happy with the wall in the blue-white Awaken deck. We're like more like blue-white, like controlling ramp stuff, which is not quite as good.
I don't know if we're even controlling, but we're ramp.
Oh, I thought our opponent missed it on the drop.
Nope.
Let's see, they're blue-black, so they're probably a bigger theme as well.
Oh, look, there it is. Even though they don't have any targets.
Well, that's Flash.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they'll play anything.
I like that card.
I don't think they'll play anything that I want to flash it in for, but we have that option. Oh, they're 3 colors and just a natural 3. Okay, I could do that.
Might as well.
I'm gonna take 2 a couple times. There's a lot of better threats they could play. Okay. What I'm hidden. So we've got a sheer drop. I would rather sheer drop this creature than Stasis Snare. There's a lot of creatures I don't want to let attack. Our opponent won't have that many creatures with flying. Evasion is good in this format, but there's not a ton of them.
Now, if we draw another mana,
we're going to play Kozilek's Champion.
Yeah, I might want to just play the champion. Chandler. Blech.
If we don't, we'll play the sheer drop.
Another flyer.
It's fine. So yeah, I mean the wall's looking bad here, but there's not that many flyers. Okay, so let's see. We just play the sheer drop. Now, we could play the stasis on the Courier Griffin and pass, and if we draw planes, if we draw a land, we're still playing Kozilek's Channeler. So let's go ahead and play the sheer drop.
Okay, sounds fun. Now, why didn't you clutch the other one or leave mana open for clutch?
Clutch is a sorcery.
Yeah, you could have left mana open for it and then done it. If you're worried about the damage. I'm not worried about the damage. I'm just trying to generate conversation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can clutch. I prefer to get something. Wow, our opponent is all flyers. Their deck's really nice. We're going to clutch that by the by. I'm also... Yeah, we're going to start...
draw land?
Nope. Alright, so we are going to clutch the Ghostly Sentinel. No, we're going to clutch the Courier Griffin. And then we're going to Stasis Snare the Ghostly Sentinel on attack. Cast.
Yeah, they will gain 2 life, but whatever.
It's fine.
Man, 4 lands, can't draw another one?
Hey, the hand worked out the snare target. We could clutch the Griffin. Yeah, that's what we went with. We went with clutching the Griffin. Alright, so we'll wait to attack step, and then we'll get rid of the Ghostly Sentinel. I don't think there's too many things that protect it. Okay. Misclicked. Alright. Should auto-target. Alright, now opponent has to play something. And hopefully at some point we will draw a land?
They're mono flyers. How crazy. Or not mono flyers. They're 2-colored flyers.
We're literally incapable of drawing
any lands.
Any lands?
18 in the deck. This is literally how we lose all the time.
I mean, yeah, sure, we'll lose if this happens. If they only play flyers, we're obviously going to pull out the Fortified Rampart. Go with a more aggressive strategy. Hey, we got there. We got a card that can block.
Oh, nice.
And it trades. This just gives power, right? Yeah. Alright. Come on, land. Well, we can't draw lands. We don't have a terrible curve either. We're just really not getting any of it.
Huh. Well, what a disappointing experience. Don't have 6 that return. Be sure to gain our life.
Yeah, we're going to block and gain life.
Why would we block? They're not going to attack. Except with flyers.
Well, he might not have any more flyers. We answered 4 2 of his 4. Sure.
Okay, so now you can block. What does that do?
Everyone has lifelink.
Okay, that's terrific. All right, go ahead and block like you should block, and then gain a life.
Now I could block here.
Yeah, block, gain a life, defender
or I
blocks
could,
the 4/4.
Or I could block his 1/3 with the 0/4, but then he'll kill our creature with the Blighted Fin.
What now?
If we block and trade, he'll kill our creature with the Blighted Fin next turn and attack with all of these.
Well, he's going to kill it next turn anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Choose creature
Or
block.
he basically wins next turn, so choose the other one to block.
No, we want to block with this one.
Oh, okay, and then don't you also want to block with the 06? Does this thing fly?
Oh my gosh, I thought I had blocked that one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I misclicked.
Oh my.
Yeah, that was not intentional.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, I thought I had blocked the other one.
Well, we were going to lose this one anyway.
Hey, it's our land! It's a little late to the party.
We lose next turn, so just concede.
Yeah, we do. Alright, concede game, concede game. And we lose because I made that misclick. Although we probably would have lost anyway. Let's begin sideboarding. Alright, so they do have creatures without flying. They just had quite a few flying cards.
Well, it's hard to really notice sideboard when you don't get to play your first game. So,
alright, we can bring in Scour if we don't want to tap their cards more. I like tapping down their cards more.
Okay, I don't think we're going to have time to Coastal Discovery, so you should cut that and bring in something that's business.
What's business? You want to bring in another Rush of Ice?
Rush of Ice, Scour's business. It's just high mana cost, so you probably don't want it. I mean, Tandem Tactics is better than Coastal Discovery in this.
We need more bodies. Coastal Discovery is a creature.
Coastal Discovery is a creature at like 6 or 8.
It's 6, yeah. But our 6 drops are better than that.
Yeah.
You want to keep Breaker of Armies to kill back their stuff.
I mean, we'll win the game if he comes down. They didn't have anything big except flyers.
Okay. We can bring in Tandem Tactics or Letharmancer's Focus. Letharmancer's Focus deals well with the Awakened cards because they're colorless.
Yeah, that's fine. We should cut Coastal Discovery, though.
I love that card so much.
Well, it didn't do anything that game.
It would have been great if we had it in our hand. We could have cast it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we should cut another big card.
And get... I think the only way we have to win is to go big.
Alright.
So...
what would I cut if I was making more decisions here? I'd try to find a way to bring in Lithomancer's Focus, but we don't have that.
I don't even know what that does, so...
Sure.
yeah, we'd like to play first again.
Well, this is good to keep. A great keep.
How annoying that we didn't draw a land for, like, ever last time.
Yeah, if we drew a land, it'd been good.
I think we could have possibly won.
Alright, so Adam's with you on that one. He thinks slow draw cards are bad in the all of Asian matchup. Which definitely has merit. Alright. Upkeep. We got another planes. We got the lands, man. Alright, so the other nice part about Hedron Archive is that should it please us and we don't get anything we need, it does draw into 2 more cards.
Alright.
McKinley Patrol. Put a little pressure on the guy. Wait, did our opponent miss a land drop?
I think they did.
I don't know what kind of hand you keep with 1 land. I don't keep any 1 land hands. If it was a Fertile Thicket, I might keep that hand because it's a 2. You can, yeah. Maybe they misclicked.
No, it's happened to everybody.
Let's get an attack first.
Okay.
And then I won't misclick and I will play Hedron Archive.
And you won't forget to block?
Yeah, let's not do that. So the nice part about Hedron Archive is it does let us play Rush or Clutch, Awakened, and Attack.
Which seems like what you should do if he ever plays anything.
don't. Hero of Gomafada and attack, leaving up blue-white. Alright, let's see if he's got a response. We might want to have attacked before then because of that. Unless we have a card that says destroy target attacking creature. Oh, there is the Gideon's card. This plays around that. So that's a fair whatever. Let's go ahead and attack with this. The Vigilance is nice, but not really essential here. No. Our opponent really needs to play something.
Yes.
And it really needs to kill our creatures, because otherwise they're going to lose. Smite, sure.
Alright, play the Rampart, and then tap it down if you have enough mana.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You think we should...
Yeah, I think you should tap down your own creature and hit them for 3 more.
Alright, so we should attack this turn.
With... No. Play the Rush of Ice.
We don't have enough mana.
Don't? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, it'll tap the land. Yeah. Okay, so never mind.
I do like that play, but I think we should just keep our mana up and keep waiting to draw stuff, because most of our draws are big creatures. We're not actually a heavily beat-down deck.
I think we need to beat him before he, I don't know, gets something.
Do you want to Stasis Snare the Core Entanglers, or do we want to Rush of Ice and attack?
What does it do?
Taps things.
Yeah. Stasis it.
Okay.
Right now. Don't pass.
So we can deal with anything he plays, by the way. Our opponent's
okay, so I still think you should tap down your guy and attack with another 3/3, because all those are sorceries.
Yeah. That is definitely
and yet you still keep clicking through these phases like you're running out of time or something, instead of listening to my advice.
God, he just isn't playing anything. Alright, we're doing it next
And you're
turn.
not punishing him. I mean...
Alright, we don't want to sacrifice Hedron Archive yet, because we haven't hit a land glut. Okay, they're actually playing something. Okay. So we'll Rush of Ice that. Or we could Royal Spout that.
I believe
so
Royal
six.
Spouting
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Royal Spout takes a draw off him. Let's do that.
Yep. Click, cast with Awaken, and click its creature. And then you'll want to tap the Hedron Archive.
Choose a plane you control. 1, 2. This. Okay. Oh, we're 1 mana over, sure. Alright, and he's dead next turn. He doesn't know he's dead next turn, but we're gonna
tap his creature.
Yeah, we're gonna Crush of Ice our own guy. Assuming he doesn't play a creature.
If he doesn't play a creature, he's just dead.
If he plays 2 creatures, he's dead. I think that tapping your own creature to get out more pressure was a pretty valid play. You're punished if your opponent plays, like, is holding a lot of removal. But that's just about the only way. They can't Blighted Fin because of the Rampart. Okay, sure. Alright, so we're going to Clutch of Current his planes.
No. Clutch of Current his only blocker, making the 3/3.
Hitting him for 5?
Yeah. Won't kill him, but it'll get him close. Oh, no. Clutch of Currents is his planes, but just cast Rush of Ice on his blocker. You can clutch next turn. Just Rush of Ice with Awaken, and then hit him for... Because you don't care about your life total right now.
Right.
So, yeah, don't worry about his planes until next turn.
That is definitely the best play.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of different ways to do it. We can do a more card advantage thing, but I think the tempo that Brent's talking about is much more important.
Just kill him. You don't have to do anything else.
Because we have Clutch, which can answer one more threat.
And make one more creature, so he is dead on the next turn, unless he plays 2 creatures? Or is he still dead with 2 creatures?
Courier Griffin will help.
Alright, so you clutch the 3/3, making a creature, and that kills him.
And we can't afford anything else. Yep.
Alright.
So, game 3. I do not think we'll win another game that way, by the way. That was just...
Well, hopefully we'll play a reasonable game this time.
Alright, so...
He doesn't have anything big, so...
We haven't seen anything big. That's a good point. That
So
1/6 drop.
I was going to recommend we might change some stuff based on that knowledge, but that's fine.
I wonder what they kept.
I don't know. I mean, it's like they were probably wondering what we kept.
3 lands, a stasis snare, and an early interaction. I like this.
Yeah, seems fine.
Wait, we're going first?
That seems odd.
I think they know we're a big deck.
Why would they let us go first then?
So they can give more cards. They're worried about running out of cards. I don't think it's the right play for them, though.
Seems like they would try to kill us before we got there, not try to let us have more time. I don't know. Yes, we need 1 more land. If we can just draw 1 more land, I will be happy.
We'll probably get there. We have 2 cards to slow them down. We haven't seen any 2-drops out of them. Okay.
So they're going to take the Channeler if they're smart.
I would take the Stasis Snare. I think Stasis Snare is the best card. Breaker of Armies, what?
Woo! Win some.
Sure. Alright. So if our opponent...
If we don't draw another land, we're not doing anything, though. Except stopping their first creature.
They don't have a creature.
Oh, good.
Alright.
Does it remember the real cards? So he doesn't have to remember them?
Unfortunately not. A lot of people screenshot them.
Yeah. It's never come up.
Alright, let's go ahead and Stasis Snare that.
I don't agree with that play.
I don't want to be hit by a 4 power creature bunch. And we can't block it well. When they play a land.
I don't agree with that because sheer drop, but I mean, here in a second you'll be able to cast sheer drop with
yeah,
whatever, so.
That was the other point to that is on there. So, I think Dampening Pulse is okay against the All-Evasion deck. I think the deck it shines most against is the black-red wide decks because our opponent will have a lot of spawn tokens and that kind of stuff, and it makes spawn 0/1s.
Well, I think it's not going to be bad against him, though, because he has a lot of flyers we can't interact with very easy.
Guys, yeah. Alright, we just play the Castigator and attack.
Let's attack the way around, but yeah. Let's see, we have 5 mana.
It's fine, let's play the Castigator.
So, Cascadator is the best play.
I mean, he's got to start answering stuff.
Sure. Well, he did. So, if you'd have played the Cascadator first, it would have died.
No, it's attacking or blocking creatures.
Oh, okay.
Pilgrim's Eye. Looks like a good time to play Dampening Pulse. We can jump.
What does it do, the eye?
It lets him get a basic land.
Oh, okay.
Just fine. He's playing like 3-color landfall, evasion shenanigans, with some removal. I don't like this deck because it's not as consistent as I'd hoped. Alright. You know what? I lied. Change my mind.
Alright, so don't attack first.
Nope. Just playing Windwater Patrol, passing. He has got to kill something next turn.
And then you Dampening Pulse.
And then we Dampening Pulse.
Or you could actually rush a Vice just to make the 3. Oh, you need another land for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make it tapped, but that's not optimal. What's that? Oh, well, that one's probably getting iced.
No, I'm going to Dampening Pulse. You can't even kill it double blocking.
Oh, smart.
No, we'll leave it blue for Dispel that we don't have.
So now you're just attacking.
Yep. He's got a pump spell. You can use it. He doesn't.
I would chump block.
I would chump block too. If we get a scry 1 or 2 times, he's probably going to lose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is he going to chump block again? That would be beautiful. Oh, now he can double block?
No, he can't. I'm going to rush Device and sheer drop it in the same turn.
Oh, wicked.
Do we have enough mana to... Yeah, but we have to cast it. Yep. Pay blue. I just don't want to see this card.
Oh, yeah, that guy is good.
It's okay. I don't think it's great. But I don't think our opponent has that much stuff to do. We'll keep up our Dispel. We only have 2 cards in hand. They're not removal spells, or they'd be playing them.
So put that one on the bottom?
Put them both on the bottom.
Both on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Wait, you didn't want to keep the counter spell?
It only counters his biggest stuff. A lot of his stuff is smaller.
True, but a lot of his smaller stuff we don't care about.
I just want to find removal. Rushes are really good at this point. I just want to get tempo plays. I mean, he can play another flyer.
Okay, the dampening thing, you really rocked that one. I'll have to give that one to you. I didn't want to take it.
So if we get anything that can tap one of these down, we can do it again. Or he can trade both of his creatures, and we can be left with a 3-1. Which I'm also fine with. I mean, Wind Rider's done good work. Alright, we attack with both, let him trade both of his creatures. No, it only trades for 1. Let's go ahead and attack with Core Castigator, leaving this black to keep both his guys back, and because it only trades with 1, which means it just
and
keeps
then
the
play
shadow.
the Incubator?
Yeah.
Well, actually play them both, I guess.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter.
And he can't block this.
Not profitably.
But I think he should have.
Well, then he unlocks us going to town, though.
Yep.
So next turn, I think we just attack, right? We just turn them all sideways.
Depends on what he plays, but probably.
Hope we draw something awesome.
I hope we just draw like a Rush of Ice, really. That's what we want. Core Entanglers is not very good for him right now.
What does that one do?
Taps one of those guys and lets him get him for 2. It does hold back our attackers, though.
Oh, is it not untapped, or is it immediately untapped?
It immediately untaps. It's an aggressive card.
I mean, our creature, but don't bother playing that. I think you...
No, we don't attack. We just sit. There's no good attacks.
So you don't want to trade 2 for 1, and then us have a bunch of creatures, and him not have a bunch of creatures?
We can't get through Core Entanglers.
It doesn't fly, right?
We won't have a flyer.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
We could attack with the 2/3, but he'll just block it, so we don't have any good attacks.
Actually, he would double block it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would double block and kill it, and we wouldn't get any damage through.
Alright, so now we got a cellmate. Only, can't he pump his stuff with his enchantment?
You can get +1 in Death Touch, but we'll just trade for whatever. Alright, Demon's Grasp. He drew it. Fair. We need to draw something.
Well, play that land.
Let's see. We want a Royal Spout and send back the Core Entanglers. And attack with our 3/1. Hit him for 3.
Well, and our land
4.
and our 2/3, right?
Yeah. Cast with Awaken. Choose target creature. Core Entanglers. This saves us more on the damage race.
But the other one does more damage, right? Because we can't attack with the 3/1 unless we take the 2/4.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind we are at 6.
We can leave back the Eldrazi's. Or he doesn't have
Both
blockers.
of his things fly.
Yeah.
I think this is the only play that makes the most sense. Attack everything.
We had the Fortified Rampart back anyway.
Now you might not should have attacked with a 1/1, but
He can't afford not to block otherwise. It's free damage. Gives us Death Touch trade, sure.
It doesn't just trade. It kills.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Kills our guy. It's fine. Probably goes to 5.
4. So now he attacks and we attack him back and he loses a bunch of stuff? Or he doesn't attack and we attack him still?
Yeah, he should attack with his vigilance guy for 3 and 3. That's his hope.
Oh, and drain us for 1.
I wouldn't have drained for 1. Yeah, actually, it means the same amount of damage. There's a little more damage, actually.
What happened?
He sheer dropped our 4/4.
Oh. Oh, what do we have to get us out of this? Not that land.
Nope.
Might as well go ahead and play that land in case we draw that 8 mana Eldrazi.
We're dead.
Right now, yes, we are.
I think that's it.
Well, that was a fun stream.
Yeah, I mean, the game was close. We just didn't draw any fuel for a couple turns, hit some lands, and that was it. That's how it's going to turn out sometimes. We didn't get to see a lot of our cooler cards, which is unfortunate. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the deck. I mean, like, Drowner of Hope is an A+ card, Deathless Behemoth, you know, but we just didn't see these cards when we see them. I think that the deck was a little too top-heavy. Probably should have made a couple of earlier picks than that. I mean, game 1, we kept a kind of land-heavy hand, and then didn't draw any lands.
Didn't draw the 5 land?
Lost to variance. Game 2, our opponent
did about the same thing.
Yeah.
He did miss the second land drop, though.
Yeah, I don't know what they kept. Or they might have misclicked, but they just kind of got steamrolled. And then game 3, you know, our draws in the end didn't get where we wanted to. I don't think we made any odd plays or anything. We could have tried to play a little slower. Decks like that are always odd to play against. I think that I was happy with the wall. There was a lot of times where the Fortified Rampart did what I wanted it to do. There were a lot of 2, 3, 4 power creatures that just couldn't attack through it. It wasn't good for racing, and we ended up racing more than I thought we would. It's interesting that he took the Breaker of Armies. I think that was the wrong pick. I think he should have taken our removal spell. We never got to 8 mana, and we never got close to 8 mana.
No, we actually had, what, 7?
7, okay, sure, but I mean, like, he had answers too. He had removal. He had sheer drops. I mean, sure, okay, sheer drop's a bad example because you don't want to sheer drop a Breaker of Armies because you probably lost. But you can leave back a single blocker, have your opponent attack into it, the Breaker of Armies chunked, and then you sheer drop. So,
I don't know. He won.
Yeah, he crushed our stuff, and we just mostly did 8-4 because we wanted quick matches, and we were probably one of the last people done. I'm sad we didn't get to play Drowner of Hope. That card is so good.
They would have definitely won.
Any game where we cast it, we'd probably be able to win. I'm higher on Coastal Discovery than Brad. Brad's low on it. I'm high on it. I think that's... But Dampening Pulse did what I wanted it to. It's nice. It's nice with more flyers because there's less flyers and you have to... It's a hard time killing them. Huge Archive was fine. We didn't get to use it as much as I'd like. The removal was good. I was happy with that. You know, Windrider Patrol is obviously probably the best card for cost in our deck.
Mm-hmm.
I like the clutches. So we ended up more aggressive than I thought we were going to be, I should say. But every game we were aggressive, I was so happy to have those rushes. The games where we weren't aggressive, I was okay on them. I don't know if I'd ever run more than 2, usually, unless I was real aggressive. Like, I can imagine if we were like in a blue-white attacking deck, or like a blue-green attacking deck, or blue-red. Really, any sort of blue-aggressive deck, I like the rushes. The clutches are better, but the clutches don't come around. The rushes came around. I think the matches just played out awkwardly. Like, one of us was always just...
Mana screwed. I mean, it was the weirdest thing.
I don't know if we were that mana screwed game 3. I mean...
Game 1 didn't feel like we were playing.
No. And game 2...
Game 2 didn't feel like he was playing. Game 3 seemed like it went pretty even, and then we kind of didn't draw anything near the end of the game. We had 2 or 3 lands in a row. So
would the tandem tactics have been good in game 3? I don't think it would have mattered on the turn.
I think all his removal was just removal. We didn't really trade in combat.
Yeah, and there wasn't points to trade in combat.
You might would have attacked one time where you didn't before, and if he didn't have anything to respond to tandem tactics, you'd have won that combat. So that might would have been good.
All right. that's it for here. Let's see, what is today? Friday? I think we'll be off.
Today is Wednesday.
I can't tell the days of the week, apparently.
I think we're done for this week.
All right, yeah, we're probably done for this week. We'll be back around...
Probably Monday.
Monday or Tuesday, for
Maybe
sure.
even Sunday.
I'm out of town Sunday.
Okay. Monday.
We're almost finished with the setup at my house. I'm just waiting on some new computer stuff to come in so that I can actually stream. And then I'll be doing more daily stuff, like the Cards and Castle game more daily, little magic things here and there, short 1-2 hour streams, that kind of stuff. All right, guys, thanks for being here, and we'll catch you later, hopefully in a little bit more